It's that time of the week again, guys. It's shipping video time, and that's the time every week where we get to have a look at the guitars that we've been building the week before and just have a look at the specifications and talk about where they're shipping to around the world. And again, another nice row of guitars this week. A little bit smaller this week because it's summer season. We have some staff off on summer vacation, so we never have quite as much going out at this time of year, but still a really nice representative of what we do. And I see a couple of nice Amicus on here, which is nice to see. We hadn't some coming through for a while there. We were waiting on some components. Really nice Kestrel arch top here. And again this week, another beautiful harp guitar. So good to see the harp guitar starting to come through a little bit more. So I've got another feature that I'm going to add in this week as well. We're going to have our featured stock of the week. And what I've done is I've just gone through our stock section and pulled out a beautiful selection of black quilted maple. And if you've been watching my videos over the last few weeks, you know how much I love black quilted maple. So I thought, why not pull some of our highlight guitars out of stock and we'll maybe talk through them at the end. So something else to watch through to the end for. So let's go in here. First guitar this week is one of our Amicus. So if you aren't familiar with the Amicus, basically what it is a little baby 12-string guitar. We took our little X5 guitar, an older model that we used to have, we shortened the scale down, we give it that little nice compact body, and it's an 18-inch scale. It's tuned up to D. So the concept is basically it's the same as if you put a capo on the 10th fret of your guitar. You get to use all your regular guitar chord shapes. It's tuned that way. And it just gives you that kind of mandolin sound, but with a whole lot more. It's unison strings, unison pairs, rather than having octaves like you would have maybe on a regular 12-string guitar. But really gives a fantastic sound. Just a fun instrument to play, and just sounds so good. If you haven't heard the Amicus being played, go to our YouTube channel and look for a playlist of Amicus videos, and you'll find some really, really cool stuff in there. So this one's going out to Marky in Japan. And they're our partner in Japan. They sell our guitars out there, and this one is going out in black quilted maple. So incidentally, as I should mention as well, you know, if you're not familiar with our model, everything we do is direct to the customer. So as you can see, all these guitars were ordered on our website through our 3D builder and then made directly for the customer. But we do have one partner in Japan, and that's Marky Trading. And they've been great for us over the past few years. So next one is going out is David in West Virginia, and another Amicus. This one finished in the green carbon, and I think it looks really nice in that green. It just glows onto this light. And the Other Bags Element pickup system is sort of our default with the Amicus. Works really well, just gives you a really nice, powerful and balanced sound from that. Then we've got Ed in Colorado. So Ed has one of our X7 guitars. So the X7 is our slightly shorter scales, 24-inch scale, and smaller body, nice compact kind of parlor size guitar. Sounds and plays really, really well. Beautiful guitar if you're traveling, or if you just like more compact proportions of a guitar. This one's finished in that amber, which gives that nice rich kind of glow to it. And yeah, the X7 it's kind of like our summer guitar. It's we see a lot of people buying that for, you know, summer travels, keeping it in their boat, keeping it on their RV, taking it around the world. So if you're interested in a guitar to travel with, we have a nice selection available at the moment in our stock. Now this is going to Hawaii. It's going to Michael in Hawaii, and it's a beautiful X7 nylon guitar. So we don't do a lot of our nylons on the X7, but it's actually quite a nice body size, and works well for nylon. Slightly shorter scale, so it's a very nice plain guitar. Red carbon, and this one's got the high vibe pickup system. So high vibe works well with nylon strings as well as steel strings. So I think Michael has a number of our guitars out there in Hawaii. And Michael, I'm hoping to plan a trip to Hawaii later in the year. Might be out that direction around about November time. So maybe we might arrange to meet up. Wouldn't that be cool? Right, this one's going to Jay in Michigan. And this is an X10 Slimline. And I love the X10 Slimlines. We talked about it in last week's shipping video. Just the proportions of this guitar. It's based on the same body as the Virtuo, but on the X10 Slimline it's designed really to preserve all the acoustic projection of the instrument. So rather than on the Virtuo where we cut the humbuckers into the top, this is the Crevo humbucker that's mounted on the top. So we're not cutting into it anyway. It's all about preserving the acoustic projection. So great acoustic projection, but also has great amplified capabilities as well. So you've got the Crevo humbucker, 6 individual piezos, and you've got the 2 individual volume controls and a 3-way switch. So very flexible, very usable guitar, great for stage guitar, but also if you just like a more compact proportions. And finished there in the nice amber as well. Then we've got another 2 that are going out to Marky. And the first one is a black X20. And this is sort of the, I guess, what's the right word? It's like the classic emerald, isn't it? The classic carbon fiber look, and that black carbon on our X20, which is our most popular model, and that is the true classic emerald, I guess. So beautiful black carbon back and sides, and shows off the lines of that guitar really well, doesn't it? And then we've got red carbon, also going to Marky. So exact same guitar, same pickup configuration with the Ellerbags element, and this one has just been done with a transparent red over the top. So you start off with black carbon, we put a transparent red, and you see that carbon weave through it, but it just gives you that beautiful deep red color. And the way I always describe it is it's kind of like a stained glass window. You know the way a stained glass window, depending on the intensity of the light coming through it, it'll look very different. And that's really the case with our colors. Because we're using transparents, depending on the angle of the light, the intensity of the light, and the color of the light, it can quite change the color of the guitar. And I like that actually, because it's kind of different every day, you know. So rather than just a solid color that always looks the same, it just has that nice movement to it. Now this one's, I think, Asdren in London, and another X20. This one's Zircotti, and Zircotti has been very popular over the last while. We've been seeing a lot of them every week in the shipping video, and you can see why. It's a dark and rich wood. It just looks like a piece of antique furniture in my mind. It's just got that beautiful, beautiful colorations. Matched here with the gold vine inlay running up the neck, and the amber back and sides. And again, also with our high vibe pickup system. So the high vibe pickup system is, pardon me, has been very popular over the last few weeks, and you'll have seen a lot of them coming through. We had a delay in product coming in, so we've been kind of trying to play back, catch up the backlog, but we're getting there, and it's such a good pickup system, and it's hard for me every week to just talk about all the specifications of every guitar. But yeah, definitely go and find some of the demo videos that'll explain the high vibe and just exactly what that's about. Now, Oliver in New Jersey, check this out. Another piece of Zircotti on a Castrol arch top, and I think that just looks absolutely wonderful. I mean, this is it's a very vintage looking guitar, isn't it? Brand new emerald, but looks like it could be 200 years old. It's just kind of got that vibe to it. And that's what I really wanted to do with this. It was, create a guitar that's really got that old world feel, but very modern. This is a very modern archtop guitar. If you look at the design and contours on the back, it's a very sculpted body. We've given it the asymmetrical sides, a deep rib bevel here. We've got the forearm bevel, and that's kind of unique on an archtop guitar. I don't really know of any others that have got those ergonomics built in. So it's a very comfortable guitar to play, but still has that very classic look. I really wanted to go with the nice tailpiece here. It just looks like it's floating in air, and that combined with the bridge and the F-holes, I think overall just gives it a really great look. This one got the Crevo humbucker, and the piezo bridge. Oh, sorry, actually, not a piezo bridge, it's just a standard bridge. And we've got the output out here. So yeah, fantastic, beautiful guitar, amber back and sides. So Oliver, I'm sure you're going to love that. The last one on our stock list today, or our customer list, is Garrett in Netherlands. And beautiful harp guitar. Got to check this out. It's Pal Ferro veneer, and a really, really nice piece of veneer. Lovely colorations. Love the sort of the vertical lines running up here in the grain, running off to sort of more open grain towards the side. So it sort of really frames nicely down the center of the guitar. We've got that beautiful burst around the edges. We've got the 6 piezos here for the subs, and that works fantastic. Gives a really nice, defined, and powerful bass. And then we've got the 6 piezos here for the neck. And we moved over to putting these as standard on our harp guitars, I guess about a year ago now, and been really successful. I think they just give great definition, great clarity, and I think really suit a harp guitar. Back and sides on this is amber, which is always a good match. And it's just a beautiful harp guitar to go out today. So, nice selection of guitars there, but I thought it'd be nice to just take you into some of our stock. You know, we always have a good selection of guitars available. I think at the moment there's about 180 guitars in stock, and we were sitting down over the last week and just trying to decide what we needed more in stock. And you know, 180 guitars sounds like a lot, but there's a lot of gaps. You know, there's a lot of, you know, I would like more purple guitars, I'd like more high vibe guitars in stock, I'd like more acoustic basses and harp guitars and all those things. So we're working on actually trying to refine our stock and give more of a variation in all the right areas. So that's something to watch for in the next coming weeks. But it started me thinking really that we should be showing you a little bit of the stock. And you know, I won't ever show you the guitars and talk about them after they're sold. So maybe I should talk about them before they're sold. Because these are guitars that are designed by me. Myself, I'm a production manager. We sit down, we design the guitars. I actually use the 3D builder. We go into the 3D builder, design the different models, and then we build them. So essentially, we're custom building guitars for ourselves. So our stock guitar is custom built. It's not really a case that we just have a standard model. We just, you know, keep churning out. Everything is slightly custom. So I've pulled together a nice selection of black quilted maple. We've got a Virtuo, we've got an X20 12 string, X26 string, wonderful Kestrel, and a big Ballard bass. So it's nice to see them actually all together. We don't actually really do that very often. We don't really pull them all together into one batch. But let's have a look at them and we'll talk about the specifications. And black quilted maple, the thing that I love about black quilted maple is just how well it works with carbon fiber. I think it's got that same tones. It's like a combination between silvers and blacks. And when you look at black carbon fiber, let's have a look at the back here. You see that combination. Now, all the fibers are actually the same color, but depending on how the light hits them, some of them look black, some of them look like silver. And when I see the quilted maple, when we dye it black, it actually does exactly the same thing. You've got that silvery look, and then darker pieces that are black. But if you change the angle, that part that looked very dark then can look very light. So I love that play in light. It does, as I say, the exact same thing. And so yeah, that combination between the black quilted maple, the raw carbon bridge here, the raw carbon fretboard, the unidirectional fretboard, and black carbon back and sides with our black Cosmo black hardware. It's just perfect combo. So this one, Virtuo, we've got on the Virtuo we have the Fishman humbuckers, we have the 6 piezos, we've got the MIDI connectivity, all blended together in a really incredible versatile guitar. So that black quilted maple working fantastically. And then we've put a contrasting inlay on here. We've given it the gold the gold vines with the leaves. And I think that just adds that little splash of colour, and that's a wonderful guitar. So next one up we should look at is an X20 12 string, and the X20 12 string is I think one of our finest guitars. The X20 model, as you know, has been our best seller. It's I think my favourite model. I think just it just is a great balance in our range. It balances between the bass and the trebles. It's great playability, great comfort, so it's a great all-rounder. And when we do it as a 12 string, I think it's just exceptional. You get all the benefits of the X20 and all the benefits that you get from carbon fiber. So you have a 12 string guitar that's got great comfort to play, great stability, stays in tune, and just looks fantastic. So again, black carbon back and sides, black carbon top. I think it looks especially well with that carbon bridge. Ellerbags element pickup system. So if you're looking for a 12 string, that might be the right one. Then an X26 string. Again, same thing. We've got the Ellerbags element pickup system. We've got that classic black carbon fiber, black quilted maple, and this is a slightly larger pattern. And this is what's interesting with the quilted maples. You know, you get the different patterns, and you can see each one is unique. It has a similarity, but each one has got its own signature fingerprint. So again, with the black carbon back and sides. Now let's have a look at this. Now, that's a real classic looking arch top, and a large pattern quilted maple in this. It really brings out a beautiful contrast here, and sometimes you see a more defined grain tone, and it's all about how the dyeing process actually penetrates into the wood. But we've got these lovely little lines that are just highlighted with a sharper light color. So a lot of detail going on in there. Now the inlay in this is really cool because this is actually black on the black carbon fretboard. So again, that play between silver and black. So we did a black inlay in there of Celtic knots, and while it's black against black carbon fiber, just the fact that it's two very different materials, one's polished, one's satin, they just really contrast and stand out. So it's subtle, but still stands out at the same time. Pickup system in this one's got the Crevo, and also has 6 Graphtec piezos. So it's got a great combination between the two individual volume controls, just very discreetly mounted in here, and you can just blend between the two. So it's a little bit, if you've got a big thumb, you got to be careful because you got to get in there to do that volume, but it's nicely hidden away in there. And we've got stereo and mono pickup system, or a jack system, so you can put a mono in here and have everything blended on board, or you can put a stereo and split them, and be really creative with that. So an absolutely beautiful guitar. I love the kestrel in that black, very classic look. We've got the black shirtlers on here on that nice slotted headstock. So yeah, nice one on the set. And the last one we've got today in our black quilted maple set is this beautiful Balor 5 string. And again, an incredible piece of quilted maple veneer, dyed black. Black Celtic knots on the fretboard of this one as well. And black carbon back and sides. So really that's the matching guitar for this one. So maybe if you're interested in matching pairs, that could be a nice combination. I'd love actually to see them all being played together. I'm not sure if we're going to have an opportunity this week to do that, but that'll be a nice video, getting maybe a few guys together and playing something on this set of guitars. But yeah, that's a nice ones to highlight. So that's it for our stock highlight this week. Those guitars are all available on emeraldguitars.com in our stock section. If you go on there, you're able to filter through. You'll find all the different guitars, and certainly have a look there. If you're interested in anything like this and want to custom build it, you can always go into the 3D builder and go in there, find the model you're interested in, select black quilted maple, mess around with the different options. The one option that's not on there, we should get it on there very soon, is black inlays. So we'll get that added into the 3D builder as soon as we can. So thanks for watching again, and we'll see you next week.